Today's video is brought to you by our sponsor Card Kingdom, and right now you can pre-order Zendikar Rising by heading over to cardkingdom.com. Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and I'm back again today with another super special video. So I know we just had day one Zendikar Rising spoilers, but today was literally the busiest day I think since I've been doing this. We got a ridiculous amount of news today. Not only did we get a ton of Zendikar Rising stuff, which you can watch up here, over here, somewhere. I'll pop a card up somewhere. I don't know where to point. One of these places. So you check that out if you haven't already to talk about the new cards. But along with that, Wizards also dropped a full year's worth, an entire year's worth of product announcements, which means we got a bunch of new stuff on the horizons. And while I am hyped for Zendikar Rising, and I think it's got some sweet stuff already and probably more to come, some of the stuff that is coming down the pike over the next year in Magic is absolutely thrilling. So we're going to talk the next year of Magic, jumping right into it, going month by month, I should say, before we jump into it. The dates on here, some of them is speculative. Wizards posted by quarter, like, oh, quarter 3, quarter 4. So as you see the dates as we go through these products, keep in mind that that's my estimation. If it has an exact date, that's because Wizards confirmed it. But if it just has a month, that's my guess. It should be around there based on past sets and based on what Wizards told us, but they haven't given us the exact dates yet. Anyway, let's talk about the exciting, awesome stuff that is coming in the next year of Magic. So first off, and this is just for fun, we have 2 days from now, September 3rd. Apparently it's Yargle Day. I don't know, we should probably throw a party or something, Zendikar Rising style, but it's Yargle Day. Wizards is celebrating with a new Secret Lair drop, and it's very much a meme. I mean, Anger the Gods Fatal Push offer a little value, Swords, Opt, Explorer all playable, but really, you're getting this not because it's a valuable Secret Lair, but because Yargle is awesome. I mean, one of my favorite moments in all of Magic was my Yargle kill of Jim Davis on Team Modern Super League. That is one of my all-time Magic highlights. So I have a soft spot for this. I don't know what I even do with these cards, but I'm probably going to buy one just so I have it because I have fond memories of Yargle. So number one, Yargle Day, September 3rd. And I should say, I'm sure there's going to be a ton more Secret Lairs. This is the only one that's been announced yet. So let's get through Yargle Day. Next up, we have Commander Legends, and we're not going to spend much time here because this is coming pretty soon. November 7th, confirmed release date. We already had one spoiler video for it because we got the preview stream for Command Fest Online, but we know that's coming in November, and that's going to have a bunch of new partners, tons of Commander stuff, some reprints, so that is the last set of the year. The new stuff, though, the exciting stuff, is coming next. So next up, the first set of 2021, we have Kaldheim. And Kaldheim, we don't have spoilers yet. However, we do know it is Viking themed. Viking themed set, and I am ridiculously hyped for this for a couple of reasons. One is Vikings should mean good beards, and we need more good beards in Magic. So hopefully we get some awesome bearded characters. Also, I mean, Vikings is a cool theme. Maybe we see, like, Norse gods. That would be really sweet. A different take on gods. It looks kind of snowy. If you look at the logo that Wizards put out, I wouldn't be surprised if this marked the return of snow to standard, snowlands, snow dual lands. Who knows what could come with it. So I'm super excited for Kaldheim. We don't have a ton of information on it yet, but it is going to be sweet. Beards, Vikings, Norse gods maybe, snow and standard. I don't know. And that's part of the fun of this. Like, what do you think is going to be coming into Kaldheim? Like, that is the joy of this product announcement, is now we get to spend the next, 3 months, 4 months talking about it. It should be out in January, so not super long. So if you got speculation, like, is snow coming back? What can they do with it? What are the Vikings going to be like? Are there going to be gods? What other Norse mythological characters could Wizards possibly put in Magic cards? Are we going down the wrong path? Are there going to be boats, vehicles? What's coming in this Viking set? Let me know what you think in the comments. Then we have, oh man, one of the products I'm most excited for. Seriously, I am so incredibly hyped for this. So, Time Spiral Remastered coming in March, and this, we had kind of got rumors about it. There was some speculation maybe it was an arena-only set. It is a paper set, and on one hand, it's kind of like Amonkhet Remastered that we just get on Arena. It is original Time Spiral block, remastered, remixed for limited purposes. So it won't have every card from the block, but it will have a bunch of them. So this means we should be seeing, I don't know, Sliver Legion. I think that's the single most valuable card in the set at over $100. So we should get more Sliver Legions. Slivers Unlimited will be fun. Tarmogoyfs, Gemstone Caverns, Damnations, Achroma's Memorials, Urborgs. There are some high value cards in Time Spiral Remastered, so that part is going to be sweet. There's plenty of good reprints there. Time Spiral is a really sweet draft format as well. I'm excited for the remixing of it. Maybe remix without Sprout Swarm. Hint, hint, Wizards. While the reprints and getting to revisit Time Spiral draft is going to be amazing, the main reason, the biggest reason I am absolutely thrilled for this set is Wizards is doing something I've been asking for, and others for a long time. New cards coming back in old borders. Every single pack of Time Spiral Remastered is going to come with a reprint in the old border, and as you can see on this brown bordered Chalice of the Void, the Path to Exile, the Relentless Rats, these cards look absolutely spectacular, and I think they're going to be incredibly popular. I love them. I'm going to buy Time Spiral Remastered just to get these cards. To me, I love the old border. There is nothing sweeter, nothing cooler than cards being in the old border. And Wizards, they actually took and maintained the old border. You'll see no holograms on there. They didn't really change things. They tried to stay as close as possible to the original time-shifted cards back in Time Spiral, and I think that is going to be one of the best things about this entire set. So we get potentially valuable and needed reprints, Tarmogoyf, Sliver Legion, all that kind of stuff, a bunch of Commander stuff. We get what I think is one of my favorite draft formats, and old border cards, new cards in the old border. It is going to be amazing. I already cannot wait for Time Spiral Remastered. Coming, I think in March would be my guess. Moving forward to April, we have Strixhaven, another standard set. So this is our second standard set of the year. So we have Zendikar first, coming out now, essentially. We're in spoiler season. Viking set in the winter. The spring set is Strixhaven. So Strixhaven is set in a college, and it's about, like, this college battling against each other. I don't know what that means. I have no clue what a college-themed, academy-themed set is going to look like, but it's definitely going to be unique and different. Probably lots of, like, wizards and scholars, I would assume. One of the things I like about it is you get a nice variety coming in the first half of the year. We have what I would assume be a very, like, warrior-ish, big, hairy, bearded guy set in Kaldheim for our Viking set. Then the next set, we're going the other direction. We're going to the Porcelain Tower Academia area of Magic. So I have no idea what it's going to look like, but definitely a cool idea, and hopefully has some sweet cards for Standard and other formats. Moving forward to July-ish, we have another standard set. Normally, at this time of year, we'd be getting a core set, but replacing the core set, apparently, is a super innovative product, something Wizards has never done before. So, Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, it is standard legal black border replacing the core set, and it is a crossover set. It is Dungeons and Dragons in Magic, which I can't believe they haven't done this before, since D&D and Magic are both owned by Wizards, so it's surprising me they haven't done this yet. So this is going to be very, very interesting. And I am far from a D&D expert. Tomer, that's more like his realm, his forgotten realm, let's say. But I have played a little bit with Tomer, and I do know, like, some of the basics of the game. So interestingly, we've already kind of seen plans for this future D&D set with a lot of the party tribes, like all the party tribes, clerics, rogues, warriors, wizards, from Zendikar Rising being attached to Dungeons and Dragons. So keep an eye on these cards. I know during the spoiler video, we were talking about it, we're like, well, are there enough clerics in Standard to actually, like, make this work? Are there enough party creature types for Tazri? Like, are there enough warriors for Nahiri? And I know warrior, technically fighter in D&D, I think, but whatever, close enough. Are there enough rogues? The answer might be not yet, but I think what Wizards is doing, hear me out, I think their plan is to have this party mechanic in Zendikar Rising, where you can play all these tribes together. So you can play a party deck. You might not be able to play clerics or rogues or warriors separately, but if you mash them all together, you can play party tribal. Then, when we get to our D&D set, we'll probably have enough of those creature types to make it happen. I think a more interesting question, we already know we have clerics, we have rogues, we have wizards, we kind of have warriors, kind of have fighters and warriors. The other classes that we haven't seen, so we have barbarians in Magic, so those would be easy to bring back. Druids, always through Magic. Monks, we have plenty of those. Paladin technically we don't have paladins, we have knights, but close enough. And we do have many cards named paladin. Warlock, a recent addition. So those are all D&D classes that can easily show up. There's 12, I think, main ones in D&D. So these ones could easily show up in Magic. The more questionable ones. So one D&D class is Bard. We don't have bards in Magic. There are 3 cards that are named Bard, like Elvish Bard, but that's not actually a type. So I'm not really sure. I can't even think of a comparable type to Bard in Magic. So do they just leave out bards? Do they just stick Elvish Bard in the set? It'll be interesting to see how they handle that. Another D&D class is Sorcerer, and the hard part here is, in Magic, Sorcerer and Wizard, kind of the same thing. Like, if it's a Sorcerer, it's mostly a Wizard. Some Wizards are Sorcerers, so I'm not sure how they separate that out. Maybe they just mash them all together. The other one is Ranger. Ranger is another weird one that I don't really know how that transfers over to Magic. In Magic, Rangers, mostly soldiers, human soldiers in specific, like Ranger of EOs, but it's going to be really interesting. So tribes from Zendikar Rising presumably get a boost. We theoretically get a bunch more new classes. Maybe we get bards. Maybe we get brand new creature types thanks to this D&D crossover. But it should be really sweet bringing D&D fans into Magic, bringing Magic fans like me who don't know D&D that well into the world of D&D. So super sweet crossover, although I will say, tiny bit nervous about the lack of a core set. I feel like the core sets have been a big success. I feel like being able to print all these random like removal spells and hate cards, really nice. Little scared about no core set next year, but the D&D set looks super awesome. Coming after the D&D set, probably a month after in August, oh my god, Modern Horizons 2, it is back, and I know this is going to be controversial. Some people think that Modern Horizons was a failure because of the Hogaaks and the Urzas and the Ren and 6s. I mean, it had banned cards, it had Urza, arguably got Mox Opal banned, Ren and 6, arguably could be banned at various points. Like, it had some really broken cards. It definitely changed Modern. It definitely shook things up in the format. Whether that's good or bad, it really depends on your feelings about the format, how much you value stability. For me, I love Modern Horizons. I still love Modern Horizons. Yes, I think we could have done without the Hogaaks of the world, and maybe the Urzas of the world, and the Ren and 6s of the world, but if you look at all the good the set did for Modern, it birthed new archetypes. Soul Herder, one of the sweetest decks. We just played a Soul Herder deck on Budget Magic yesterday. Like, Soul Herder, super cool deck that would not exist if it wasn't for Modern Horizons. We've seen Yawgmoth sacrifice decks with Draw Off Messengers. Those decks are really sweet. They would not exist without Yawgmoth. We've seen Lightning Skelemental Elemental decks. We've seen Altar of Dementia combo decks and mill decks. Like, these are decks that would not exist without Modern Horizons, and these are cards that Wizards mostly wouldn't put in Standard. Like, I don't think any of these Wizards feel safe putting in Standard, so without Modern Horizons, these really sweet archetypes wouldn't exist. Plus, we get the powering up of fringe archetypes. We get, like, Fistilic Mons to power up Goblins, which has went from not really anything in Modern to a real deck. Ranger Captain of Eos for various, like, white creature decks. Slivers got a boosted power. Ninjas got a boosted power, and that doesn't even include giving some upgrades to Commander players. Like, yes, Modern's a focus, but Morph on the Boundless, really sweet Commander legend, giving you a Lord for any tribe and a Commander for any tribe, more mana rocks, and even though we don't know what's coming exactly in Modern Horizons yet, Wizards did confirm Fetchlands are in. So it's been a weird day for Fetchlands. It's been a weird year for Fetchlands. Obviously, enemy Fetchlands, super expensive. Wizards promised a reprint this year, and we found out that their reprint, quote-unquote, was box toppers for Zendikar Rising. The box toppers look spectacular. You're looking at them right now. I like them. I have no problem with Wizards using Fetchlands for box toppers. Whether or not that counts as a reprint, that's up for debate. Probably not. I don't think that being box toppers is really going to bring down the prices of the Fetchlands very much. However, the good news is Wizards already said they are printing Fetchlands as normal cards, no shenanigans, no box toppers, they're not doing any tricks. They already confirmed that on Twitter in Modern Horizons. And if you remember, Modern Horizons wasn't master set prices. It was a little bit over normal set prices, what, like $6 a pack or something? So a little bit more than normal sets. But this was not a $15 a pack product. This was a reasonably costed set. So we are finally, a year from now, going to have a supply of enemy Fetchlands. So in the meantime, I don't know, get by without them. It is a little frustrating that we got to wait a whole nother year until next August to get a real reprint of them, but it is coming. We know that it's real. No speculating, no guessing, none of that stuff. So Modern Horizons, I am super excited for. I know some other people are probably groaning, saying, oh no, this is going to ruin Modern. I think Modern Horizons, despite some specific cards that were not healthy for the format, was great for Modern, and Fetchlands in a reasonably costed, hopefully, product is going to be great for players. Finally, moving on to next fall, we are returning to Innistrad, and I know we joke about the return to sets, but can't really complain about Innistrad. Innistrad is classic Magic. I think original Innistrad, one of the peaks of Magic. It was so good. Even the returns to Innistrad have not been bad. So we're going back to Innistrad, but this time with a twist. We are apparently, based on what Wizards said today, not getting just one Innistrad set next fall. They had so much Innistrad stuff they wanted to do. They're printing 2 Innistrad sets. I don't know what this means for Standard. Are we going to have like 5 sets this year that are all entering Standard, or in the next year? Are we going to have an extra set in Standard? Is there something else going on? But from what Wizards said, we are getting an Innistrad Werewolf set, presumably in September, about a year from now, a year after Zendikar Rising. So Werewolves, really popular casual card type. People are going to love them. It is super sweet. And we are also getting Innistrad Vampires, another super popular tribe that players love. So I think that it sounds like Innistrad's going to be a hit. Like, people love Tribal, people love Innistrad, people love Vampires and Werewolves. I don't know what could possibly go wrong with this. Although, a little bit of advice on the way out the door. Keep in mind, we got a whole year to prepare. One thing we've seen consistently is Commander decks that get cards from a new set. The key cards, Commanders, key pieces, they tend to spike in price. So if you want to get ahead of the game, get ready for Innistrad a year from now, I'd be looking at like Vampire, Werewolf Legends, maybe getting your Edgar Markovs now, Baron Sengers, whatever you think you might want to build around. Because if Wizards really does dump a whole set of werewolves and a whole set of vampires into the world, expect a lot of people to be building around them in Commander and picking up the old pieces that you're going to need for those decks now before there's millions of Magic players competing with you. Like, why everyone else is, I don't know, getting their Lotus Cobras from Zendikar Rising or getting their Time Spiral Remastered draft on, you can be preparing for your Innistrad influenced werewolf deck, vampire deck, and saving yourself a bunch of money in the long run. So next September, a whole year in the future, Innistrad X2, werewolves and vampires, and that is the next year in Magic. So a quick refresher. We are starting with Yargle Day, September 3rd, 2 days from now. Happy early Yargle Day, everyone. Into Commander Legends in November. Into Kaldheim, Viking theme set in the winter. Into Strixhaven. Into Time Spiral Remastered with old border cards, oh my goodness, in the spring, into Strixhaven, the Academy Standard set, into our D&D crossover Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. I don't even know what they're going to do. What are they going to do with Bards? Tell me, chat. Into Modern Horizons 2 with Fetchlands, into 2 Zendikar tribal theme sets. What a ridiculous year. So, chat, what I want to know is, what are you most hyped for? Like, what a ridiculous time in Magic. So much coming up. And this doesn't even include, I'm sure, a million secret layers, supplemental products, all that stuff. I know for me personally, if I was going to rake my hype, and I'm hyped for pretty much all of these sets in one way or another, but for me, the things I'm most excited for, I'll give you my top 3 real quick. And then I want to hear from you what you're most excited for. Number 3, we're going to go with Kaldheim. Kaldheim, Beards, Vikings, Snow maybe in Standard. I don't know, but I'm very hyped for that set. So that is number 3. Number 2, Modern Horizons 2, cheap Fetchlands, new modern archetypes, build-arounds. First Modern Horizons was one of my favorite times when that released in all of Magic. And then number 1, might be a dark horse, but number 1, I am most excited for Time Spiral Remastered of all things, with those old border cards, just because that in specific is something I've been asking for a long, long time. So chat, give me your top 3 out of the next year. What are you most hyped for? Oh, I forgot. Obviously, Tier 0, Yargle. Of course, Yargle Day, Tier 0, better and all that stuff. If I only get one product for the next year, it's going to be Yargles. But chat, now that I've let you know what I'm excited for, let me know. What are you most hyped for in the next year? What set? What do you think about these sets? What's going to come in a Viking set? Like, what's that look like? What about an Academy University set? What's that going to be? Dungeons and Dragons fans, like, how's that going to look in the multiverse? What are you expecting in Modern Horizons? What archetypes get updates? 2 Innistrad sets? What is that even going to be like? What does that do to Standard? Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.